Hey everyone, it's Anand Bhutani. As a clinical research coordinator, have you ever wondered what could be done to improve patient recruitment at your site? Well, I have some insight that should solve some of the puzzle for you. Studies by InsideSales.com discover that referrals are 9 times more likely to convert when you follow up within 5 minutes of an inquiry. So your research site should call referrals quickly, even if it's within the first 48 hours instead of waiting weeks or months. Yes, I did say weeks and months. At TrialJoin, we've seen some sites wait that long before contacting new referrals. You as a CRC have complete control over how quickly you reach out to patients, whereas you don't control eligibility or patients attending appointments. Text messaging. One reason a site might delay contacting patients is because of the time constraints of making a phone call, dialing, reaching voicemails, clarifying who you are, and the reason behind your call. While each instance may only amount to about 5 minutes or so, collectively they can take away hours from staff members who are making the phone calls. So instead you can replace phone calls with a text message and focus on finding the best time to make the phone call. A text will say, "Hi, this is Joe from ABC Research. What's the best time tomorrow to call you about the COPD study you express interest in?" By using this approach, you will improve your patient's centricity, putting their schedule first. At the same time, since patients know that your phone number is existing now, they won't actually ignore your phone call because they recognize the caller. All these actions will create an unspoken commitment to future phone calls and improving chances your call will be answered by the patient. Patient recruitment is a challenge, but it plays a big part in the role of advancing medicine. I look to share what I've learned from all the studies that we've worked at TrialJoin. So if you found any of this information helpful, give it a like or share it. PI involvement helps. Another point considering is that principal investigators are crucial in the initial steps. When a patient speaks to a doctor, it reduces the concerns and lifts the mystery around clinical trials for patients. We have witnessed PIs at many high enrolling sites make calls to their new referrals. Have staffs call patients first. Calling your patients takes time, and while useful, it isn't the best use of a PI's time. Your office staff can help make the calls at first, even pre-screen the patients, and then have the qualified patient speak to the PI to boost participation up. Your staff should respectfully request that the questions be regarding the study when speaking to the PI for the patient. This should help focus the call for the doctor and lets the patient know the limits of the conversation. Again, having the PI involved early on in the process helps the patient recruitment process immensely. Both small and medium-sized research sites have been observed using this system, so look to use it. One caveat I want to add is that TrialJoin works with non-oncology studies only. Soft skills for calls. When you call patients to pre-screen them for studies, you need to form a relationship with them. The first thing, establishing rapport is important. Will make most of the patients more receptive to you, and you can learn about things like their hobbies, their families, day-to-day activities by asking these open-ended questions. So find things that you have in common with them. It may only add a minute or two to the phone call. Another good tip is to show empathy. You can do this by validating their fears, hopes, and other cares, all of which develops rapport with the patient. By applying these practices, you'll gain more cooperation from your patients and less strain on your practice. The main takeaways are to respond to new referrals quickly, use text messaging to help you save time, and look for rapport building opportunities. You need to schedule in regular times to call and follow up with these patient referrals. Check out our next tip, the CRC patient recruitment tip number 2, to understand more about a successful follow-up process. Well, this is Anand Bhutani, and I hope you enjoyed what I just shared with you. If you found any of these tips helpful, definitely like us below or leave us a comment. It definitely lets me know that I'm heading in the right direction with the tips that I'm sharing and that you're enjoying them. So definitely show some support.